Okay, so color rendering index.
Yep. So quite simply, it's the ability of the light source to render a true color of the object that's placed beneath it.
Okay.
All right. So that's a color rendering index. The higher the number of the color rendering index, the better or the truer the color is going to look.
Okay.
All right. So
So that actually takes us back to my friend's dealership.
Absolutely.
Where a grey car looks a true grey.
Yes.
But if we were to have warm white in there, it could actually look like a lighter blue.
Could look a different colour
Yeah,
completely,
okay.
yeah. And you might find that people, when they're buying curtains, they'll say, can we just take it outside to have a look? Because outside you've got 100,
natural
right?
light.
RA of 100, so that's giving you the true colour outside, right? So the higher the CRI, the better it looks under the light source.
Yeah, and as we can see in our presentation, we actually have a high CRI and a low CRI and a bunch of flowers. And you can see one is very, very clear and crisp, and the other one is actually very yellow in the background.
Yellowy, yep.
So it's really important that we take that into consideration. So this chart that we're looking at now, Robin, is about metal halide and mercury vapor.
Yep.
So there is big differences now when we look at that.
Yeah, and in the old days, yeah, the metal halide was the better one for the colour rendering.
Yes.
Mercury vapor had, for the same wattage, had quite a worse colour rendering of the unit. They had mercury vapor, because it didn't have all the metal mix in it, had a longer life than the metal halide traditionally.
Yes.
But it's about looking again, getting the right light source for the application.
But it's actually quite interesting when you look at that, because there are still a lot of factories and buildings with metal halide and high pressure sodium in them.
Absolutely.
And that this is quite a quick reference chart that they could see the benefits of going to LED. So this is an LM80 test report, which I believe is the life of the...
It's the depreciation.
This is depreciation.
The depreciation curve. So it's calculating the depreciation of the light source.
Yes.
Right. And they'll test it over 6,000 hours. Because you can't, if you're running it for 50,000 hours, it'll be a year before we get a test report. So,
yes.
So they test over 6,000 hours, and then it's extrapolated.
So again, this is done in a laboratory before we even get the figures.
Yep.
So there we have. So they tested at various temperatures as well, and they choose, and there's an actual formula down in the bottom there, which I don't think we need to go into, but it'd be interesting to have a look at that. But
we're not scientists, so we don't probably need to do that.
We can see the science behind it. I'm happy with that.
Absolutely.
Someone's done the homework for me. I was never good at school.